Hey guys, I'm Carter and I'm here with the Baron72 and welcome back to Lumbridge Lounge. We're here to show you guys a very quick guide for this new minigame for runecrafting. This new minigame is called Guardians of the Rift. It's a pretty confusing game at first, but that's why we're here to just get right into it and show you how to do it as quickly as possible.
To start out, we're going to talk about our inventory and our setup here. First off, for our armor, you want any weight reducing armor. Graceful is great. Varrock armor if you have it to help with mining more shards, and the best pickaxe you could possibly get. Inside of your inventory, you want to get your essence pouches, the ones that you can use, your chisel, and runes for NPC contact, as your pouches will degrade throughout the event.
To begin, here is the arena for Guardians of the Rift. As you see here, this is the portal where you cross through to begin playing this minigame. For this portion of the video, we'll just be pointing out the different places in this arena that are important to know. The first point of interest in this minigame are the Guardian Remains located in the southeastern and southwestern portion of this arena. Located on this table, you can retrieve 10 uncharged cells. And located here is the workbench, where you can turn your fragments into essence. And located here is the table where you can retrieve 1 charged weak cell, and you can only have 1 at a time. Located here is the deposit pool, where you can deposit your runes which you create during the minigame so that you can have more space. So surrounding the Great Guardian here in the minigame, you'll see 12 different altars for the runes. And then during the minigame, only 2 will be open at a time. And this is where you'll go into that altar and make runes through runecrafting. After which you will take those charges that you make and you will feed it to the Great Guardian. Every time you create runes in this minigame, you'll receive a charged cell of a different strength. And you can either place them in these cell tiles here to create a barrier to protect yourself and the Great Guardian, or you can use that charged cell to put it here in these essence piles to make a Guardian Soldier. So if you create a Guardian Soldier on the east side, you will receive elemental points. If you make one on the west side, you'll receive catalytic points. Now let's move on to the strategy portion of this guide.
All right, now we're going to be talking about the strategy I like to use during Guardians of the Rift, but just to kind of go through the mechanics of the game. Every game, you're going to start out, the first 2 minutes are given to you to mine these essence fragments, or these shards, for you to be able to do this. Right here, you see me wait for it, but in the game, you'll be mining it. One thing that I didn't do during this game is the first thing you want to do when you get into the room is actually pick up unpowered cells on the little table that was shown earlier. You want to pick up 10 of them because that's how many you can pick up, and you're going to be using them throughout the whole thing. But right now, just mine for the first 2 minutes, and I'll grab them in a minute. Now you see me taking my uncharged cells over there, 10 of them. I went a little early just so I can start making some essence here from my shards. I like to go a little early before the altars are ready to be used. At the top left corner here, you can see fire runes and death runes are the 2 different runes you can make from 2 different altars. And the ones with the big orbs here are the ones you can go through. I like doing fire runes because they give me a stronger cell. At the end, before we go into the rewards, we'll talk about different cell strengths. But fire runes give a very strong cell. When you see me come back over to the overworld, the first thing I do is use that cell that I got from creating the essence, the runes, and makes the Guardian Soldier, so I can get points very quickly. Using those cells and depositing the charged essence gets you points through the minigame. Now take your attention back up to the top left here. You see this kind of swirly orb thing that says Southwest underneath it. That's a portal to another essence pile that you're able to mine from. And this will not just give you fragments, this will actually give you the rune essence, so you don't have to craft it. Every time you see one of these and have open inventory for your rune essence, you want to use them right away to be able to get as much essence as quickly as possible, so you don't have to waste time making your own. Once you're full of essence, go back to the overworld through that portal, and now you're full of essence, you can't really do anything except for make runes. So here I don't have the best portals to go through, but I don't want to be standing around doing nothing, so I go straight to the water rune area, water altar, to make some, but I don't use all of my essence. If I used all of my essence there, I would have to go craft more, so that's why I don't do it. So then I can go to better places. Just like right here, I use my cell, I use the charged essence right away, and I go straight into the fire altar to be able to get the more powerful cell. From here on, you just keep rinsing and repeating, making runes, feed the guardian, and then use your cells. Either that's making the soldier or you're increasing the strength of the barrier. On the screen now, you're going to see the different types of cells you can make depending on the runes you make. If you make fire runes and blood runes, you get the overcharged cells and so on and so forth here on this table. Here you see me using this well to be able to deposit my runes into my bank so that I can have more room for essence to be able to make more runes and get more points. Here you're going to see me using a talisman after I feed the guardian that you get throughout the game. When you're making runes, you sometimes get these talismans to be able to go to certain altars or return to altars even if they're closed. So it doesn't matter on the top left, those runes that are there. I could come back to the fire altar because I had a talisman and used it on that statue. The last thing I'd like to mention on a normal run is about the last 10% at the top left. Once it hits 100, the game's over. I like to go about 92 to 93%, and then whatever essence I have, go make the runes and get as many points as you can. Because every 100 points on both sides, if you have 100 points on Cataclysmic and 100 points on Elemental, that'll get you one reward from the pool. These stack throughout games, so if you have, say, 500 points in Elemental and 0 points in Cataclysmic, and then you go the next game, 500 points in Cataclysmic and 0 points in Elemental, then that game you'll get 5 points. So they kind of stack throughout games. Now, after it reaches 100%, you finish the game, you can leave the room and go talk to this guardian guy over here, and he'll be able to give you your rewards depending on how much you have available. Not lucky. I got some pearls. So here I'm checking. You can see I have 13 Cataclysmic points and 0 Elemental points. So I can just work on Elemental and make it better and get more drops.
So just as a recap for this game, you want to start by grabbing 10 uncharged cells. After that, you want to go mine for 2 minutes for those fragments, after which you will make the essence at the work tables. Then you will make the runes using those altars. After that, you will feed the Great Guardian, and then use the cell that you got for either making soldiers or for increasing the strength of the barriers. And as a helpful tip, keep a lookout for those portals that you can go to mine just straight up essence, so it can really speed up your XP per hour. Thank you guys so much for watching this guide. We hope it helped you guys out. If you have any other tips that you would like or any other methods of, what you did to learn this yourself, put it in the comments below. We'd like to hear how you did it. And we'll see you guys in the next video.